Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As I mentioned last time, I'm gonna share with you the things that I've done to the yoga teacher training, which just happened this past weekend, and it was absolutely amazing. We did a 2 full day immersions, Saturday and Sunday for 6 hours a day. First of all, it's 29 of us taking the course. I wasn't expecting this many people, but mostly I wasn't expecting to be the only guy there, which I found kind of interesting. I was really expecting a mixed crowd, but instead I'm the only one. After the introduction, we started with mudras. For those of you who don't know what mudras are, they're a kind of meditation that is all based on how you place your fingers. I have to say I didn't know much about it. It was definitely very interesting to understand how by placing the fingers or the hands in a specific position, the energy in your body completely changes, or at least that's how I felt. As I mentioned in my previous video, I used to do some sort of meditation when I was traveling a lot and when I was doing very demanding shows, and that was the thing that helped me to stay balanced. But I wasn't really paying attention to my hands. I was just resting them on my knees or on the floor, and that was about it. I was mainly focusing on my breath and my mind and just letting my thoughts flow. But this type of meditation is completely different. It was a completely different experience, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. If you want to know more about this, I can definitely make another video and get more into details about it. But for today, I'm just gonna give you an overall review of what I experienced. So after that, we jumped into a little bit more of a teaching session, which was teaching to a partner a sun salutation. It's something that I've done for many years now, but the interesting part is that no matter how many years you've been practicing that for, there's always something that you can improve and something that you can make more comfortable for yourself. So that was definitely an interesting session. I didn't struggle too much with that, but after that, we went into details of how to do a Chaturanga Dandasana, so the yoga push-up, and a downward facing dog, which is one of the most common poses in yoga. So they gave us different position of the hands that we could have applied depending on our proportions, so the proportion of your arms or your legs, and how to place your hands on the mat. Usually what I do is to tuck my elbows in and keep my index facing forward. They gave us different options, so you can external rotate your hands or rotate them inwards, or you can also, instead of tucking your elbows, you can also open them a little bit more. Also 3 options about where to place your hands. So close to your chest, a little bit more up towards your shoulders, or lower towards your hips. And that definitely made a huge change, because I've been doing Chaturanga Dandasana the same way since I started, and it was always tucking my elbows in and index upwards. But these different options, that made me understand that for some people that could work better, and it's still a correct way to do it. So that was definitely something very interesting. The next day, so on Sunday, we focused a little more on downward facing dog and upward facing dog, and we applied the same concept. So different ways to place your hands and also your feet on the ground. I have to say I was never a big fan of downward facing dog. I always found it very hard, especially I couldn't breathe as deeply as I normally would. But with those little adjustments, I definitely found a better length in my spine. My heels were definitely closer to the floor. I think I have tight calves, so I struggled sometimes to be grounded in that position. But with this little adjustment that they gave us, I could find my groundness in that position, which was great. It completely changed my perception of that pose now. Actually now it's becoming one of my favorite, because I can actually breathe into it, and I like it. I like it a lot. I don't feel pressure in my shoulders anymore. So I guess I've been doing it wrong for this entire time. Anyways, another great thing that they gave us was this workbook, which is super interesting because it gives you a little bit of an idea of where yoga comes from, and there are sequences with images, and it's great because now everyone is gonna have the same language if we follow this workbook, and it's gonna make our learning so much easier. So thank you for that. And lastly, I decided to buy this book. It was published the first time in 1969, and it gives you a great idea of the history of yoga. And there are postures in it, sequences, and all the teachers use this book to get deeper into their knowledge. And it talks also about mudras, which is the meditation that I was mentioning earlier, and I'm very excited to get to this part. So far I only read about 20 pages last night before bed, so I was very tired. I couldn't do it anymore. It's amazing because it's giving me a little bit of a scientific explanation of some of the yoga postures and some of the yoga practices, which is great because I really believe in science, and if I get a scientific explanation for something, then I believe in it even more. If I only get, for example, a spiritual explanation or a feeling explanation, then yes, I believe in it, but I always need some scientific base in order to truly understand it. And this book is giving me that, so I'm very thankful. I bought it yesterday. With the studio I had 20% off, so it was about $25. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it when it gets deeper in the book. It's a huge manual, and it's almost 600 pages, so it's gonna take a while, but I'm super excited about it. And that's about it. So this is my review for the first 2 days of yoga teacher training. I'm gonna keep making videos as we go, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanna see more, or if you wanna get a more detailed video about mudras or how to place your hands in up and downward facing dog, I can totally do that, and I'm probably gonna do that whether you like it or not. I hope this video helped those of you who may be thinking of taking the yoga teacher training. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.